Professor Jones?
No sooner was I up there than the cat decided to jump. I've never been fond of cats. Now I hate them.
Why do you hate them?
Why? Because I couldn't get back down. They had to call out the fire department to get an old man out of a tree. You may laugh, young woman, but I found it a humiliating experience. The upshot of it was that my children are questioning my ability to look after myself. Indiana Jones in an old people's home. It's inconceivable.
Is this why Dr. Holland sent you to see me?
No, this was my idea. My children think I'm crazy. I know I'm not. So I'd appreciate you all giving me a test to prove the fact.
Maybe they just want to make sure that you can take care of yourself.
Test me, then we'll know for sure.
It isn't that easy.
I demand that you test me.
Is there any history of mental illness in your family?
Well, that's a matter of opinion. But if you mean were any members of my family diagnosed as mentally unstable, the answer is no.
Have you ever undergone psychoanalysis of any kind?
And I did have a problem once, but I got help. I had a long conversation with Sigmund Freud.
You knew Freud?
And Carl Jung and Alfred Adler. They were there, too.
Ah.
You want me to tell you about that problem?
Oh, please.
It was 1908. I was 9 years old, and the world was just as insane then as it is now. We were staying with the American ambassador in Vienna. And 1908 was the year of the first psychoanalytical conference which my father decided to attend. Problems often start in places of great beauty.
Sehr gut. Schenken drauf. Ja, einnehmen. Wer die Zügel anspannen. Distanz. Rückgrat. Kein Holkreuz bitte. Sehr schön, euer König. Und herab! Sehr gut. Nicht zu wild. Was machst du hier? Ich glaube, es ist genug für heute. Meine Damen und Herren, bitte bringen Sie Ihre Pferde in die Ställe zurück. Euer Königliche Hoheit. Herr Jones, wie oft muss ich Sie noch ermahnen? Dies ist keine Wildwest-Show. Dies ist die spanische Hofreitschule.
Verzeihen Sie, mein Herr. Ich will es mehr merken. Wunderschön. Sie ist wunderschön. Sie ist wunderschön. Oh. My name is Henry Jones, Jr. My family's staying at the American Embassy here. My father's on a lecture tour. We move on next week, but I've had a great time here. Especially these riding lessons. You're a fine horse rider. You should know that. Probably do.
My English is nicht good.
Probably better than my German.
Yes, it is.
They call you Your Highness. Are you a princess?
Yes. My father's next for the throne.
Do you have another name?
Sophie, after my mother. But my father calls me Pinky.
Pinky? So, what should I call you?
Your Highness? Mr. Jones,
Yes?
we are going park walking now. Is it that you are going too?
Sure.
Is it always this cold in Vienna?
At Christmas it was colder.
Governess is very old.
You see more? Yeah, too old.
Are you hungry, Miss Seymour?
I'm a little peckish. Why?
Then we should go this way. Children! Sophie, come and see here.
You go to many places in Vienna?
Everywhere.
I have lived in London.
Oh, how long were you there?
Have you been on Ferris wheel?
Of course. Second day here.
Can you see far from up there?
Right across the city. You've never been on it?
No.
Why? You're the princess. You practically own it.
Mr. Fitzwilliams.
Would you like to look around?
Emilia, können wir in den Garten spazieren gehen?
Nur wenn ihr in Sichtweite bleibt.
Do you know how to skate?
Skate?
Skating.
Oh, ice skating. Of course I do. I love to skate. We could go skating now if you like.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I could never do that.
But you're the princess. You can do what you want. Come on. We'll only be gone a few minutes. They won't even miss us.
You sure?
Trust me. Come on. I'll take care of you.
Maroni, heißer wirst du, bitte, heißer wirst du, heißer wirst du.
Grüße, Grüße.
Please help me. Thank you, Edith.
Junge Mann, hast du keinen Respekt? So, und hängen die Princess Sophie in das Sperre. Kommen Sie her. So. You have not heard the last of this. Only Europa ist ein eingebildeter Amerikaner. Have you no sense of responsibility, young man?
Sophie!
Henry, that's quite enough.
Ein Schlisskerl bist du. Oh, ein Lümmel. Ja, ein Mistkerl bist du.
I really didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Trouble? You almost caused a diplomatic incident. This was sent to Ambassador Kerens. A man who has been kind enough to let us stay at his residence. Use his power and influence so that we can enjoy the best of this city. And then you go and take a member of the royal family here on a joyride. It's from the Archduke Franz Ferdinand himself. He feels our ambassador is abusing his position and has asked him to exercise some control over his citizens.
I'm sorry.
You have brought shame on us all and your country. I will apologize on your behalf.
Thank you, sir.
And no more riding lessons.
No?
No.
I really didn't mean to cause any trouble.
I know, dear. But her family is in constant danger.
Really?
They live on a powder keg. Many people want the Habsburg Empire destroyed.
But why can't you just explain to her father that I meant no harm? I just want her to be my friend.
You'll find other friends.
No, I won't. There's no one like her in the whole world.
Perhaps you'd like to draw me an isosceles triangle, as you're making such headway.
An isosceles triangle, sure. Your Royal Highness, I'm sorry if I got you in trouble. Being with you is just great. And I think of that day all the time. I am worried to hear that you live in a powder keg. If I had known this...
Very good. Well, I think that's enough geometry for today. I think we should try something else.
Can we just finish early for once?
Will you recite this for me, please?
I don't feel so well.
Are you ill?
My stomach's in kind of a knot. I can't concentrate.
Please, recite this.
What meaneth this when I lie alone? I toss, I turn, I sigh, I groan. My bed me seems as hard as stone. What means this? In slumbers oft, for fear I quake. For heat and cold I burn and shake. For lack of sleep my head doth ache. What means this?
Go on.
But if I sit near her by, with loud voice my heart doth cry, and yet my mouth is dumb and dry. What means this? Who wrote this?
Sir Thomas Wyatt, 1503 to 1542.
All that time ago, and that man felt just like me?
He was in love. Literature has tried to come to terms with these emotions for many centuries, Henry.
I didn't know poetry was about anything.
Well, it is. And poetry can help you.
How?
Well, there can be no greater way to comfort your own feelings than by sharing them with someone else.
Wow, no one ever put it to me like that, Miss Seymour. This one looks good. Love's philosophy, Shelley. The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with the sweet emotion. Nothing in the world is single, all things by a law divine. In one another's being mingle, why not I with thine?
See the mountains kiss high heaven, and the waves clasp one another.
You know it?
Of course. The sunlight clasps the earth, and the moonbeams kiss the sea. What are all these kissings worth, if thou kiss not me? Here, let me look.
Miss Seymour, do you think I could be in love?
Well, you're awfully young, Henry.
Yes, but Do you think I could be?
I don't know. We all fall in love, Henry. Some of us too soon. And some of us too late.
You look pretty. Are you going out?
Yes, we're going to the opera. It's very late. You should be asleep.
But I'm reading poetry.
So Miss Seymour tells me. Now, you must go to sleep.
But I'll never get to sleep.
Shh, now please. I'll give to you a paper of pins, for that's the way our love begins. If you will marry me, if you will marry me. Here you are, darling.
Dear Mr. Henry Jones, I'm hoping you're well and that I'm not causing you sorrow and pain because of what we did. For me, it was a very beautiful day, and maybe one day we can meet again. Affectionately, yours, Sophie.
Well, I am looking forward to the dinner tonight, aren't you? It's so good of Ambassador Cairns to recognize the importance of the first psychoanalytic conference.
Yes. Yes, very good.
But I wonder if young Henry should be there.
Why not, shouldn't he?
Well, with what little you've told me about Dr. Freud's ideas, I wonder if they're altogether suitable for a young child's ears.
I've seen him talk, Anna. Don't worry.
I'm not worried, it's just...
But please. Sigmund Freud is a very important man. I want Henry to meet him. Besides, he will be eating, not lecturing.
What's so special about watching an important man eat?
I want him to be there. As long as he behaves himself.
Mother?
Yes?
Did Father ever give you a gift when you were courting?
Why, yes. A locket. I still wear it.
Wie viel?
40 shilling.
Ich weiß. Wie Sie das machen?
Es ist Glück. Reines Glück.
Nein, kein Glück. Es ist ein Trick.
Quatsch. Es ist Glück. Mehr nichts.
Ich mag es für ihn. Unbeweis es.
Verschwinde jetzt, Junge. Lassen Sie es den Jünger versuchen. Ich gehe der Wahrheit. Der beweist es.
soll ich den Leuten zeigen, wie man's macht.
Sie haben gewonnen. Hier.
Verschwinde! Prinzessin Sophie singen! Ich reise morgen ab! Ich habe ein Geschenk für Sie!
Which is why I ask us all to raise our glasses tonight. To wish Dr. Freud, Dr. Young, and Dr. Adler the very best of luck in their new science. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dr. Freud, may I ask you, what did you find was the most fascinating moment of the conference?
When they declared my theories had nothing to do with science, but instead were a matter for the police. Dear me.
It's because everything you say is couched in biological terms.
Well, I suppose you would rather I spoke of the spirit. Huh?
Maybe.
But what is spirit?
Everything.
No. Everything that shows what you call spirit has more to do with repressed sexuality.
Please, gentlemen, not in the middle of the
Our
dessert.
culture is our spirit, our whole civilization.
Civilization, Carl.
And don't tell me it's just a consequence of repressed sexuality.
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
The whole dilemma of power, eros, and love seems to be never-ending.
Well, to quote you, Carl, the pendulum of the mind swings between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong.
That makes sense.
I beg your pardon?
Well, his idea about the mind swinging between sense and nonsense?
So you also agree that power, eros, and love present us with an unsolvable dilemma?
Why? Do you know what love is?
There are many kinds of love.
There are?
Sure, there is romantic love, the kind we all know about, especially your father.
Romantic love was a creation of the medieval troubadour, to show that there was more to it all than the biological act.
Well, I suppose that romantic love was invented as a brilliant means of seduction.
Love was invented?
Yes, and that was the beginning of the end, young man.
Why do you say that?
The notion of romantic love has led to more death and destruction than anything, say possibly religion.
Please, Sigmund, this boy asked me what love is. Let me try and explain.
Well, your explanations are of no importance, Carl. What you really should try to explore is why he wants to know.
I just want to know, that's all. What is love?
Love stems from a desire for balance. We all share a picture of what we think of men and women. We all have a female and male image stored inside of all of us.
So, like a memory?
No. If we understand the full nature of both the female and male in all of us, we gain a balance. And it is our yearning for that balance that makes us feel this thing we call love.
So, love is a yearning for balance.
Someday you'll meet a girl, and she will feel like the missing half of yourself.
I think I already have.
You have?
I read a poem, Love's Philosophy, by Shelley. Nothing in the world is single, all things by law divine. In one another's being mingle.
This child can understand what Jung is talking about. I tell you, children's minds are incredible.
But where exactly does love come into all that?
Sex. That's where love comes into all of that, young man.
Please, Sigmund.
No. The boy asked a question. All love is derived from the need for sexual gratification. Even this boy's love of his mother.
Perhaps the ladies would like to withdraw.
Yes, we've a lot of packing to do tomorrow.
Henry, I think it's time you were in bed.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Come on, Henry.
Please, let the boy stay. He asked a question. My apologies, ladies, but please, let him stay. Henry, love in the heart of someone your age is a powerful and dangerous thing. I've been watching you tonight, sitting there, all quiet, withdrawn. Is she pretty? You must be in a terrible situation.
How did you know?
Gentlemen, can't we help him?
In love, your whole personality is involved.
But my whole personality is involved. I think about her all the time. I dream about her.
If you think what you feel is love, treasure that feeling, build on it, and it will provide a strong basis for your later life.
Yes, but why do I feel so out of control?
Because you are. But you must not be afraid, Henry.
You must not let the castle walls keep you from your love.
But I still don't know what love is.
Love can be an act of the spirit, if you are Carl Jung. A romantic act, if you are your father. An act of companionship, if you like Dr. Adler's interpretation. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a biological act. It's a sexually motivated act. Either way, it is painful and wonderful all at once. But please, Henry, remember one thing.
What's that?
Don't turn away from it. To deny your love for someone is dangerous. Dangerous both to you and to the person you love. Shout out your love, loud.
I wish I could.
What do you think, gentlemen?
I think you can.
And I think so too.
I'm sure you can, Henry.
Was machst du? Komm schnell runter! Komm schnell runter! Ich werde schießen!
Sie müssen mich erschießen. Ich bleibe hier, bis der Archduke
Herr Jones,
Please, take me to see the Archduke.
you say it is a matter of life and death, no?
I can only say what I have to say to Princess Sophie's father.
Very well. I will take you to him. Lassen Sie hereinkommen. You were foolish to come here uninvited. The guards are trained marksmen, able to kill at greater distance. The dogs have been trained to kill as well.
I wasn't scared.
You should have been. Wait here.
After your behavior at the riding school, I hope for your sake that you have good reason for disturbing us.
Sir, I have come to ask your permission to ask Princess Sophie for her hand in marriage when I am older. And because of that, I would like to say farewell before we go. I know it's late, but tomorrow I leave Vienna. And in the short time that I've been here, I believe that I've fallen in love with your daughter. And I hope she feels the same way about me.
Oh, you do?
Sir, I believe your daughter to be in danger.
Why?
Because it is dangerous to deny our feelings of love. We leave tomorrow, please, sir. I think Sophie would be very upset if I did not see her before I went.
Follow me. I made a vow that my children will marry who they please. Wait here. So long as they are Austrian.
Guess that counts me out.
It's strange. The emperor denied me permission to marry Sophie's mother because she was not a Habsburg. Like you, I had to storm the palace. It is fitting the first young man to fall in love with my daughter should storm my home. Here is your letter. I'm sure Sophie would appreciate your concern for her welfare, but I could never allow her to marry an American. Especially one who has made up his mind about her when he was so young. You are very courageous, and doubtless in years to come will prove to be a great soldier.
Thank you, sir.
So I think you should be wise enough to wait until you have lived a little longer before committing yourself to any young woman.
But Sophie is not just any young woman. And who knows when I'll be in Vienna again. Please, please let me say goodbye to her.
No. It would only upset her. She's in bed where you should be too. Kurt, arrange a carriage to take Mr. Jones to the American embassy.
But...
Enough. Good night.
Farewell, Mr. Jones.
Enough.
Verdammt, jetzt ist der Zügel schon wieder abgerissen.
schon zu Hause.
Verflucht! Was war das denn? Ist da wer?
Bist du da, Fritz? Ich habe den ganzen Abend gewartet. Küss mich.
Heidi, du bist da.
Give you. Here. Just had to see you. I had to. I leave tomorrow. Thank you. I just wanted to give you something too.
Wunderschön.
Sophie, I'm going to write to you wherever I go. And if my letters don't get through, I'll just keep on writing. You see, no one can take away what I feel for you. No one.
I guess she never got any of my letters. I certainly never got any from her. But then, the world turned out to be a much crueler place than either of us could have imagined at that time. I suppose I was always getting stuck up some tree trying to rescue cats. But that doesn't mean I'm crazy, does it?
Mr. Jones, you are neither crazy nor senile. And I shall write you a letter saying just that. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Oh, is that the time?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you so long. I've got to be going.
Tell me something, Mr. Jones. Did you ever see her again?
Of course I did. But that's another story. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles will be right back.
See, don't you see that that's my life? Daily, I duel with death.
I was away on my last
permission, some guy started to move in on her.